Starting recording.
Nice.
Awesome. Welcome to High 45.
Yeah.
A lab discussion about future stuff. I'm Nathan Waters.
I'm Tris.
Our T-Dogs.
Yeah, that works too.
I'm Future We.
Future we. Future. Nice.
The Americans can't pronounce it properly.
I like hearing what people, how they try to pronounce it.
Fatawi?
Oh. Yeah, Futori.
I like this Fatawi guy.
Oh man.
What are our stories this week? What's your...
Okay, so like the big one is the obvious one, which is the Holoportation, which just everyone went crazy about, and then actually watching the video was like, holy shit, this could be world changing. So that's the big one.
It's AR teleportation. It's just Microsoft's fucking marketing wing.
Yeah.
Adding hole in the front of everything. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's one big one.
And I'm just going to do this quick story on like this 3D printing, multiple print heads. Which when I saw that, I was like, oh, duh! I've obviously like just have multiple print heads print something out, but it's really cool. I'll paste it in the thingy down here.
Hells yeah! And then my other story was about this really cool video I watched about how we imagine the future through the ages, like starting back in the 20s and what we thought the future would be, and as it goes through, and then how we don't have a common theme about the future now. I'm not sure if I agree with it.
Sort of dystopian AI.
Well, dystopian AI they were saying was a bit more 80s cyberpunk.
Dystopia's our theme.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll start with this.
Okay.
Burp. How do I get to copy it in? I hope it plays Vimeo videos. That'd be cool.
It'd be cool if you could have a video as like one of the other panels.
Oh, don't you know? Don't you know?
You can tell I'm a lab expert.
What did it just say?
Oh! Okay, this is cool.
Yeah, let's just watch this together, hey?
Yeah, that's freaking epic.
Magic. It popped up something saying it doesn't record or archive or something, so I'm not sure if this... I think it said the audio doesn't get recorded.
Fair enough. Do I have to hit play as well?
Yeah, I just think they don't record it or something.
Oh, okay. I'm just going to hit play.
But...
yeah, this is cool.
I'm guessing I can just mute this. Is that lower the sound for you?
No, so I think it's two independent streams. Because I had to hit play and now it's still got the noise going and stuff.
Anyway, so if you just send, so I'm guessing it doesn't record audio. Anywho, this is Project Escher, which I think it's an Autodesk thing, or they're just probably funding it. But anyway, like it's pretty cool. It's just like it's this whole rig that is using multiple print heads, so that obviously so it just makes prints happen a lot faster. It kind of breaks them all down. So rather than having like a single print head and it takes ages and ages to print, vast big complex prints, it's the next obvious idea is like, well, why don't we just have multiple print heads and they will just work in unison and they all print a part of it and it all comes out as a single whole piece.
That's awesome.
So cool. But like when I first saw this, I was like, of course, no shit. Like,
yeah, it makes perfect sense.
Of course, like look how fucking fast it's printing out this. Well, it's obviously in speed, but it's like just all these heads working together, and kind of like it reminds me of those like those things in the movies where they like reconstruct the bodies, like say Fifth Element or something.
They have
tentacles where they just like completely reconstruct it in one go.
Oh hells yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, it reminded me of that, like a little tube where it's just like it's all these heads working together and like printing out, and you get this whole piece out.
That's cool that they've actually got it there with the like pouring in the liquid metal and stuff.
Yeah.
You can actually make your own things. And this is cool.
Like, just a quick thing.
What's actually happening with all the 3D printed stuff? Like, I remember like, playing around with it and stuff, like, a few years back, or even like, everyone's always talking about these things, but I feel like it hasn't done anything yet. It's really weird. Like, because it's been the next big thing for like 5+ years.
Yeah.
Longer, 10 years. I'm not sure if it's like keeps on coming back to like, oh yeah, what's the killer app? What's the thing? Like maybe it's just laying low at the moment. Like, it's slowly building up the curve and soon it'll go exponential. But damn it, been waiting too long. I want it to happen now.
But surely it's been in the hype curve for way long, like for ages. It should be in that other, it should be actually like hitting its stride by now.
Well, yeah, you'd think so. And the amount of investment and money that's being funneled into it, which is awesome.
Did you see, there was another one where It uses the light from your phone.
No, that's really cool. What do you mean the light from like so you can take a picture of something and like replicate it?
Hang on, I gotta find a link on my wall. So you remember seeing that one that came out that was really popular? There was like a TED talk and stuff, where it was almost like Terminator, where it just like it pulls it out of like the liquid goop.
Oh yes, yeah. That was
like,
brilliant.
Because it's like this cool like, visual, and it's like pulling it out of the goop.
And super quick as well.
Yeah, and like at the end of the day, all that was doing is really just using light to harden resin.
Yes,
it's like you just have a resin bowl, and then they have like lasers or some sort of a light source which just like pulses a certain pattern, and that just like hardens and then it lifts it up. So these guys had a Kickstarter. It's called Olo.
Olo.
I wonder if I can directly paste it. Well, there's the actual link, but I won't paste the video.
No.
How about it's doing a full video?
It's got someone. They came in as another person, not like a big video up top.
So anyway, their Kickstarter video is fucking bullshit. It's like you watch it all the way through, you won't have any idea about why this thing is useful or even how it works. I'll have to go back on my wall again. I had to find all the way down the page. There's this like separate video, and you can only determine what they're doing within the first 2 seconds. Oh no! What? No, I think I just kicked you. Where did you go? Tristan. Where'd you go? Come back in, Tris. What happened there?
I have no idea. I was watching the video. I thought this was great, and your screen stopped moving, and then the video stopped. And I was like, "Oh, it's me." So refresh.
I thought I kicked you accidentally.
That would have been funny. So okay, so the basis of this video is it like does it from your phone, like the light from your phone. Like,
yeah.
What the hell?
So you had to like this is the only video that actually shows you what it is. So this basin at the bottom here is just like so it's just like a reservoir. So you fill it with like the goop, the resin or whatever. And then watch, like you barely get it. The first 2 seconds of this video, you can see what they do. They put their phone. See that? They put their phone under the resin.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing there's an app on that phone, which literally all it does is just use the light coming off your phone, like from the normal screen. Nothing fancy. I'm guessing it's just like black surface, and then like it just pulses, like it just shows that bit of light. And it forms.
Holy shit! This is awesome. Okay, I thought this was way more complicated. Like, I mean, it's still complicated, but god damn, just being able to use your phone is ridiculous.
And it's $100. So
yeah.
But it means like I'm not sure how I didn't bother looking up. I'm guessing this takes hours and hours and hours. So it's kind of one of those things where you would only want to use it with like a spare phone or like an old phone.
Well, yeah, good point. Or you do it overnight. Just you've got your phone charging, you just have it sitting there. Though that's a lovely little egg thing that they've produced. I'm not sure what you'd end up doing a lot with it. Like,
it's a
make nice things.
Butt plug.
Well, yeah.
Print your own butt plug.
Yeah. Just sand it down a bit to the kids as a toy. Polish it down. The parents can have some fun too.
Did I tell you that the video we recorded last week?
Yeah.
Like, when I posted it up onto YouTube and Facebook and everywhere, and I rewatched it to like the first couple of minutes just to make sure it was okay and played okay.
Yeah.
Within the first 2 minutes, we were talking about decentralized sperm donation.
Oh yeah.
We've already made this just completely R-rated and like completely.
To be fair, that's a very interesting idea. Oh man, no, that's epic. Okay, that's changed how I thought that worked. I didn't realize. I thought it was like a specialized laser or something. I don't know. If I don't understand something, it's lasers or magnets.
But yeah, anyway, I don't know where 3D printing is going. It's kind of like. I think the next step needs to be like you need to be able to print circuitry in one go. Like if you can just print like something the equivalent of like a Raspberry Pi,
Yeah.
Or like a simplistic version of Raspberry Pi, nothing too complex.
Well, even if you could have like a chip that you chuck into it, so it's still like a 3D printer, but say you put the chip on a platform to start with, like say a Raspberry Pi, because I don't know if you'd be able to print that, but you have them sitting there and then it can rearrange it and just work it into something, so it can still have like, all the pins that come out of it, it can connect to it outside, and if you just chuck in like a whole bunch of random components and say, cool, now connect it all in this configuration that I've got for you. Possibly. So getting smaller and smaller, getting the Wi-Fi built in and stuff, cameras with it. Pretty cool.
You can say that or like printing food.
Yeah, that's big. Nutrients. And one thing that I want, that I've been thinking a lot about, and it would be very simple to make, but it's still not just simple enough, is the Amazon Dash buttons.
Yeah, Echo. Yeah,
Echo.
You saw the thing.
The Echo ones, or no, the buttons, the one where it's all you do is like, say it's like laundry detergent, right? You have it sitting next to the washing machine. You press a button, and it automatically adds it to your cart.
Yep.
So I was just thinking about that, but just like buttons that are all around your house that you can configure to do whatever you want. Like, that'd be awesome. And has Echo done something else, or Amazon Echo?
I thought in relation to... Well, that's a weird link. No. Why are you giving me such a long link? They released... there's another link on my wall somewhere. They released like a DIY Amazon Echo using Raspberry Pi.
Oh, yeah. Saw that. That was awesome.
No, actually, Alexa, which is Echo.
Yeah.
Epic. Cool. So if you wanted to make your own, essentially like a Jarvis type thing.
Well, yeah, exactly. Let's plonk it in. Well, I've got a spare Raspberry Pi just sitting in the cupboard. I should just use it. That's epic. I really want to get the new Raspberry Pi. The fact it's got like Wi-Fi built in and everything, that's just brilliant. I mean, well, I don't know. A button, really. I want to do that Amazon Dash button. That's all I need it for. It's just tiny things, because everything starts becoming like, real. It's all automated. Like, say, like, I don't know, you can hit a button, you can say, cool, I brush my teeth, right? You start doing a lot of life logging, a lot of tracking your own metrics and stuff, because then it's right there in front of you and it reminds you. Because, like, sure, you could always, I'm just going to record on my phone or watch or something, I'll brush my teeth. But the amount of taps and interactions you have to actually make it happen, you're not going to do it. Whereas if it's literally just a button that's taped to a wall, you're just like, yeah, sure, you're done. You customize that, like, shit. Just have a dashboard that can just record numbers depending on how many times it's pressed. Brilliant.
Well, what do you do? Say, like, I brush my teeth, you, like, press the button?
Yeah. And it says, cool, okay, you brushed your teeth roughly at this time, or you've reminded you've done it today. Or say, like, more elderly people and stuff, you can say, have they actually done this? If you want to, I don't know, you can do it for anything. Just reminding yourself, like, gamifying your life, really. Because there was, that age-old thing before about, doing gamification for everything.
What happened to that?
Essentially all you need.
That was massive. We're like massively bullish on that.
Yeah.
And it still should happen. Like, it's every game. Life sucks, but if you think of it as a game, it wouldn't suck as much.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know why.
I
was thinking that this morning, actually, because like I've fucking walking to the beach more and more. Like, I'm doing the whole like walking in public. I'm not sure you get it too much in Sydney because it's just like people freaking everywhere. But like walking to the beach every day in Wollongong, often you'll see like the same type of people. Or like, and there's always that every moment. It's always that weird, like you walk past, you're not sure what you should do. So everyone's just like, everyone has their headphones in and they just look straight ahead and they don't look at each other. They just walk past straight. And it's so bizarre when you think of it. Like, obviously, like you go along with that whole conformity of it all because, like, talking to people who are strangers on the street is kind of weird. I don't know why. It is weird. You can't.
It just is.
You can't psych yourself up to be like, hey, hello, good morning.
And then if you see someone like that, you tend to, oh shit, you're like, boy,
this guy is on meth.
Well, yeah.
I'm just saying hi. But then, because no one does that, literally you just, like, there's tons of people walking and they're all silent and they're all walking past each other and it's scary. It's like this weird thing. And then somehow I linked that back to gamification. I was like, well, everyone should be. I think maybe just the whole like the grind of like 9 to 5 jobs and like all the just constantly having to worry about money and all that shit. I was like, man, if you treat it more like a game, if Problem is we don't ever see life as a game. Like
No.
in your day-to-day thing,
Serious
you don't
business.
ever see it as a game. Yeah, it's so serious, and it's like, and then it gets overwhelming, and so you're just like oh fuck it, whatever.
Yeah.
This thing sucks. You don't want to play anymore. You just like,
Yeah.
but like when you play a game, like when you play a video game, you don't care how much grind there is, because that's kind of part of it, and it's kind of part of the fun, and you get rewards and stuff, and it's kind of like it's structured, and you know you're making progress. Whereas life doesn't have any of that kind of third party telling you, like, you know, if you do this, this is a structured way to achieve the next thing, and so you end up just doing nothing. I don't know.
Well, you can still very much because like you said like with the grind, right? Because there are some games that, like, you know, make grinding really, really fun, or, you know, there's been implementations where it's kind of shit, doesn't work too well. And yeah, if you actually just applied those same type of game mechanics to drudgery or other tasks, like, that's where you can really kind of hack yourself. That's what would be cool with these, like, buttons going around everywhere. Like, a big genre of games I've really gotten into lately called incremental games. So have you ever played a Cookie Clicker by any chance?
No, but you've told me about this before.
I love these games. They're so brilliant. All you do is you click. Yeah. You click, you click, and there's this whole big thing of them. Adventure Capitalist is a big one. It was great. I actually watched that development happen. Like, was there where, like, he was posting on Reddit and stuff, and he made it just as a side project. Now it's like one of the biggest games on Steam. It's ridiculous. All you do is you click, and then what happens after you click a few times is you start getting you buy things with the clicks that automatically click for you, that automatically generate you points. What they've done with incremental games is distill down progress into its most base form. And it's really great because we as humans love progression. We love seeing our numbers going up, and we love knowing that, oh shit, if my number goes up this high, then I can actually make this happen. It feels like you're progressing. It feels like you're doing really, really well. It's a hell of a cool thing. And, like, it'll be very cool to be able to do that with similar things around. Like, that's why I think all you need is a button to start with, right? It's just one button somewhere. You click it a few times, you start getting a few points. Maybe then after you've done it enough, you can get them to automatically click it, get 1 billion points for brushing your teeth. I don't know. Same with, like, then chatting to people and stuff. You get people actually engaged. You get, like, a single point. You're like, oh shit, I've got to talk to someone new. Maybe. There's proper mechanics.
Yeah, maybe, something like that, where it's like, you know, you should be doing something, but you don't do it. But if you had some other incentive mechanism, whether that was like a gamification point system that said, do this now and you get to this next step.
Yeah.
Or if you had, like, maybe almost like maybe an even more manual mode would be like something like a life coach who's just watching you the whole time. And they just tell you, like, you know, you're paying this life coach, and you've told this life coach your goals and what you want to achieve and your outcomes and stuff, and they watch you and then tell you what to do.
Yeah.
So when they see you're not being social enough, or you're not talking to that person, you're not talking to that girl, you're not, like, doing this thing you should be doing, they just, like, they fucking tell you, and they're like, go do it. You're like, oh shit,
take away your points now. Yeah. Maybe that's one of the reasons that gamification never, like, really took off. That everyone saw that and they thought, oh, gamification, all it means is I attach a few numbers and then I'm done. No one tried anything too innovative, or at least, I don't know, nothing that I can think of offhand. Like, there are a few websites that gave you points for participating in things, but no, like, real life products, or I can't think of, say, a to-do list app, or one that at least got popular that's got all of the points.
Yeah, there's some of those life management apps that are based around gamifying your life, but
like Habit RPG and stuff.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. But it's like the amount of effort you got to go through to, like, manually log. I mean, it goes back to the whole life box days.
It does.
You know, great life logging's awesome, and, like, you know, quantified self's awesome, but no fucking way you want to manually log every little thing you do, like, and all that stuff. You just want it to be automatic.
Yeah. At least be a part that it's kind of fun when you add it in. You feel a sense of accomplishment. I guess that's what they tried there, but then it's a big hurdle. Weird. Well, I hope someone works it out soon, because, damn, should happen.
Yeah, well, this one, the hive needs to be disrupted.
Yeah. I wonder if how Narrative's doing with their clips, because that could be a good way for, like, a life coach to actually do stuff. There's still no, nothing that I've come across that's really popularized, like, the recording everything. Like, you know, there's GoPro and stuff, but just having it with, you know, you wear something and then the fact you could jump into someone, or maybe that'll be a big killer app with VR, right? That you wear this thing, like, it's kind of like a GoPro on top of your head, or around where your eyes are.
Yeah.
And then you can say, oh, if I'm wearing this, you're able to jump into my life. So, you can do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
you can come and live me for a bit.
I actually think Snapchat's probably got more chance of doing that because they're actually they bought out a company working on video glasses.
Oh, fuck yeah. I didn't know about that.
Like the full-on, like the Ray-Ban style looking normal glasses. Like our whole thing with Lifebox is like, they just make video glasses that look normal. And Snapchat bought them out for 15 mil a year or two back. And now they're secretly working on their own video glasses.
Nice.
And so it's probably going to be like maybe next year where it'll just be a simple, like, tap a button and it just records a 10-second clip and then uploads it to Snapchat.
Oh, shit.
Because I said before, they're kind of like, they're probably the first platform that's becoming mainstream that is all about life logging.
Yeah.
Because they've got 100 million users right now, and they're on track to pretty much, everyone's predicting they're going to be as big as like Facebook and Instagram within like the next 2-3 years. And already like it's people every day posting 1-2 minute montages of their life in 10 seconds clips.
Yeah.
Like every day. And then
watching like the really popular guys, is that DJ Carmen? Yeah. Like God damn, like watching his Snapchat things, it's just his.
Oh no, he froze. Tristan. Oh. It's dropped out again.
Life. That's all he's.
Well, yeah. Where'd you go? Oh, shit, I've got to unlock this. So anyway, Snapchat's going to become the mainstream live logging platform. It'll happen.
Yo,
why are you dropping out?
I have no idea. It's like my net just drops out now and then. So dumb. Yeah.
Yeah, Snapchat's going to become the main
main live logging tool. Yeah. How have you found that at the moment, doing it all as future and stuff?
Oh, I haven't. To get any users, like to get any actual viewers, because there's no natural way within the platform to
discover
like growth hack or whatever, because you can't just like, say with Twitter or whatever, you just use lots of hashtags and you at tag people and you try and build up that way.
Yeah.
Or like YouTube is like SEO and all that sort of stuff. Snapchat doesn't have any of that, so the only way you can grow is by using like leveraging other networks.
Damn.
Which is hard because if you don't have any other networks, you kind of
yeah.
I mean, my only networks are like the people that already follow me on Facebook, and like some of like the transhumanist groups and the futurist groups and stuff like that. Cool. I also think a lot of those people aren't actually on Snapchat.
yeah.
Like having to download the app to like to follow me even.
Yeah. Well, it's not a part of their routine. It's not like they wake up every morning and check Snapchat, or they go to bed and they check Snapchat. Not built in.
Yeah, but I'm planning on doing I got to get around to doing the YouTube videos. I'm not around to that yet.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
There we go. I think I like play the long game. I think like Gary Vaynerchuk and all those guys are saying pretty much like 2019 is when Snapchat's going to become like mainstream.
Why 2019?
That's just
how they're saying the curve's going or something. Okay, cool.
That's just his prediction. I don't know.
Epic.
but it's the same thing he's done with every platform. Like he was one of the first ones on Twitter, and then one of the first ones on YouTube, and one of the first ones on Instagram, and like so that's kind of how he's maintained his brand, because he's like
he has to be there. Yeah,
he's identified what's going to be next, like big next, and then he just leverages his current all of his current platforms and goes fucking all in on the next thing.
Huh.
So that's why Snapchat is now he's all in, because he knows
really.
Yeah. Well, because he's like company, he's like VaynerMedia is like it's massive. Like I think he like employs 600 people. And it's purely just a social media like firm, And like I'm sure he has like an entire team of at least I think like a couple of dozen people that are purely dedicated just to like promoting his own personal brand.
Yeah, for sure.
So
Wow.
he would know the numbers, but he's also an investor in Snapchat, which helps.
No, well, yeah, fair enough.
But he
Well,
would probably know the numbers.
Yeah. Well, I was saying before that like he was also an investor in Meerkat, and then that kind of died when Twitter did its Periscope thing. I guess it's I still trust it.
So, dude, what's your story? What's the other one?
Oh yeah, okay. So this one's really cool. The video's not going to be the best to show because it's a cartoon, but I'll link it anyway. The basic idea is that, the guy's hypothesis is saying the way that we actually envision the future kind of defines us a lot in society. It's a reflection on currently what we value and what we think is going to be happening. That's not a link, is it?
No, it's a
What the hell?
the title.
That's the title of the link. Copy link address.
Do you even internet?
Apparently not. Oh look, you gotta love this one there.
Oh,
Right.
Redirect notice.
YouTube.
Invalid URL.
Okay, here we go. All right. Third time's the charm. I can't believe I failed copying the URL 3 times. Yay. Also, you can drop a link down below.
Yeah. Try that.
Okay. Okay. Come on.
You may have expected this episode to be about the future of games, but I actually mean
Yeah.
literally.
So anyway, it goes for quite a while. Probably not worth watching the whole thing here, but it's definitely worth watching. It's made me think about things quite a lot. I was trying to think about what influenced me a lot the past week, like what piece of media, and this definitely ranked up there. The main thing is that throughout time, we've always had an idea about what the future is, and a lot of our media and stories and stuff have kind of been a part of that. Like they've all kind of coalesced towards it. So I think some of the examples he used was in the 1920s. It was like Metropolis with a neo noir, like Deco something, Art Deco. That's it. Style, and then had the Jetsons with the steampunk and all of the ray guns and stuff like that. And then you get to the 80s with all cyberpunk and all of that. We're saying at the moment, we don't really have that one unified vision of what the future is. And so what we seem to have is you look on Reddit, there's retro futurism, there's all these other stuff, but there's no real one big idea that we're all behind at the moment, which is, really, really weird. Because especially we've got all these big world-changing things our phones and stuff and the high-speed net, virtual reality. But it's like that piece of media hasn't come along that's unified everyone together saying, yes, that's what the future looks like. Nothing
a movie or like a movie or a cartoon or something that's really explained.
Yeah.
Do you think maybe could that be because maybe we've got too many potential future things out at the moment?
That's what I was kind of thinking, is that we're being it's a bit of that idea of a future shock, that there are just so many possibilities and so many ideas that just having one idea, or at least something incorporating them all, is really difficult. Or hell, it could just be really tough to actually imagine the future. And maybe that's why we went a lot of bit really catastrophic. So stuff like Fallout or The Matrix or stuff, it's all about humanity dying.
Yeah.
And that was kind of our vision of the future. Which I think could be a big part of it, but it's very interesting. It's nearly about that time. It's 2016, and I'm trying to think what the last movie that portrayed the future that entered public's consciousness. It's tricky. Even say with AI, any big things there, or there's been rehashes with Terminator stuff, superhero movies, even computer games. There's stuff like Halo or Gears of War, but they're just traditional Space Marine stuff. It's nothing that new.
I liked Ex Machina.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was really cool.
I'm not sure if that really went mainstream.
Yeah, it was pretty popular online. Maybe. But so just all of that, and then it just trying to work out why that's a thing, why that hasn't happened. And I'm not really sure. As a spoiler alert for the end of it, but it was saying that probably the closest that we've come to imagining representing the future based on what we're currently valuing right now is Mirror's Edge. Have you ever played that game?
No.
It's really, really cool. Probably worth looking up in Google. some of the images and stuff. But the basic idea is it's a world that's all about surveillance, and it's pristine, it's super clean and super white. Like the art style is really unique. And so, yeah, super white with just a splash of deep, powerful colors. And then, yeah, you're being recorded everywhere. So it's kind of like this facade where it looks all clean, but then you're watched all the time. So it's not really the same. And saying it's like very similar to, say, like Apple products and stuff like that, where it's all very simple to use, simple to understand, but different.
There's all surveillance.
Yeah, exactly.
Mate, do you reckon that's the prevailing...
that could actually...
The prevailing future is that everything's going to be surveilled and people are scared of that.
That could actually be it. Like, that's a big part of it.
Yeah, like the amount of like you and I are always kind of like trying to convince people that privacy is such a stupid thing. But it's like it's such a it's so entrenched. Like even people who are like, you know, hardcore futurists and like even all of the professional futurists who like travel around and do all that stuff, they're on the side of like privacy is very important and it must happen regardless of any stop all human progress to maintain privacy. It's like,
I don't get it. They're on the losing side. Like, if they actually wanted to win, if they treated this as a war or like an actual fight, they should think about how you could actually win this. Like, do they think by them chucking out a few random one-liners that's going to stop this future from happening that they seem to hate so much? Or I don't know. That's been my whole big reason about, like, you know, looking at privacy differently, because by saying, oh, I hate privacy, that's not going to win the fucking war.
Yeah. And the cat's already out of the bag. Like, it's not going to...
Yeah, exactly.
The problem is we put out this argument even to our most rational friends, and they still, like, recoil back and go back to the whole, like, oh, no, like...
But I don't want to be recorded, so...
Yeah. Well, like, the big one they fall back on is like, well, all we need to do is just ensure that everything is encrypted. Well, look at the fucking Apple FBI case.
Exactly.
FBI got past their fucking encryption regardless, so who cares? And that didn't stop them, you know...
No.
They weren't like, oh, this is going to cause a precedent. They're like, no, fuck it, we're going to the phone. Fuck you, Apple. We don't need you anymore.
Yeah. It's weird, man. Well, actually, one thing that is funny, I found out just recently, a few months back, I guess, that everything I do on this computer is recorded and can be searched by Ansarada.
Really?
It's crazy. They've got this tool called Flexivity. It's the like antivirus thing. But a friend actually went and researched what's possible, and thankfully it's not all there. They haven't enabled everything, but it's shit like key logging and stuff like that. They can detect if you type certain words, so like fired, pissed off, or I hate them and stuff. It can send back a tally to the actual people saying they've typed this. It can then also, with your screen, what you're actually working on, it can give the person like a rundown of what you spent your day doing. It's fucked up.
Wow.
So that's actually like, that made me recoil a bit. It was like, well, that's a lot of power. And then I really, really didn't like that. And then I was thinking about it. I was thinking it would be okay if you could see, if everyone could see it, if it was open. But the fact that there's like, you know, just a few people that can, like, ooh, okay, that's
dodgy.
Interesting. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's always been our thing with privacy, is like, we don't, you know, as much as our arguments against the whole, like, you know, against privacy, we go the opposite direction, to the point of like, we want everyone to record everything and stream everything transparently 24/7 non-stop to the world. And then anyone who isn't involved in that system, they're the bad guys. And they're the ones society should ostracize, like socially ostracize and technologically ostracize. If you're not recording and sharing to the world, I'm sorry, you can't get access.
You don't get access to all of them. Yeah.
You can't use this new technology. You can't. Sorry, you're not going to get access to this new discount or whatever fucking incentives like make people tick.
Well, say stuff like Facebook, right? Like, I mean, you're sharing your stuff. You're letting people know about like the way you think and work. Like fucking Google, you're not going to get the best results because you're not sharing the way that you actually work. And then that means that no one actually has this awful amount of power that they can just leverage over you. Like, So I'm going to turn on the light. It's getting dark.
Yeah. Yeah, but we can't. That to me is like probably the biggest worry with all futurism. That whole privacy debate, because it seems like such a unwavering thing.
Yeah,
like, it seems like you can't win on rational grounds. You can't win on emotional grounds. Yeah. It's just like this fixed thing that everyone in the population believes is like a truth. this weird like thing that, you know, privacy is absolute and truth and certain, and we must always try and like it, and they can't see at all that argument that, well, like there is that fear-based, like how many times I use that fear-based argument, and you've used as well, like the whole idea of like, well, right now corporations and governments know more about you than you know about yourself.
Yeah.
What are you going to do about that? They're like, oh, we're just going to like use more encryption and stuff. It's like,
yeah, it's not working.
Maybe in like 5-10 years, they'll have the ability to actually, because they know more about you, they'll have the ability to manipulate your mind, your thoughts, your behaviors, not just your purchasing behavior. Like that's what they're doing it for now. They're mining to manipulate your purchase behavior to get you to buy certain stuff that they want you to buy. And you're not knowing that's happening because your brain's not capable of recognizing that. But when they start, you know, affecting that your beliefs, your core beliefs, like changing you from one political structure to a different political structure, one religion to another religion, or to a non-religion, or back and forth, whatever, or one ideology to another ideology, like fuck, and you won't know it's happening. So that's always been the argument, just because we're recording. That's always been the argument of, well, we should be recording 24/7 as much data as we possibly can now, so that when in 5-10 years in the future, when these manipulated technologies like can, you know, be built, we need to then be running our own deep learning algorithms on our data. Oh, Tristan's gone. On our data to run our own, to basically create our own firewall systems. So basically create like a mind firewall. And Tristan's gone again. No. Tristan! Where'd you go, buddy? Oh, come back! Oh, come back! Tristan. Hello? But anyway.
Yo, I'm back.
I think Ansarada knows, man. They're like cutting you off.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's a pretty, it seems to be like at a certain interval, like get knocked off. So I don't know what's going on. It's the Wi-Fi cycles. Man, I wanted to hear that. You were on a roll there. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was just that idea that we should record everything so that we know more about ourselves than the corporations and governments know. So that in the future we can then run our own deep learning algorithms or whatever, so that we can create personal firewalls so that they'll constantly run. And whenever we're about to be manipulated into, you know, killing the Jews or something really fucking terrible, where we're not even noticing it's happening, then our personal firewall will be like, what are you doing? This is not you. You're being manipulated right now. These guys know more about you. More, like, just stop.
Shit, well, you could do it yourself, like going back to life logging, right? You could say, I want to be more like this. I want to be this type of person. And so then you start getting all of the feedback. You know, it tailors the way that you view the web, all the information you get. So you actually start becoming more and more like that person. You say other people you want to be like, or I don't know, something like that. There, you actually take control of that and use it to help yourself. Like, it was a really good Hack News post. It was a while back now, but it was about voting, and it was manipulating Google results to actually change the way that people thought about candidates.
Yeah, I read that.
Yeah, and that was interesting because that was like hard science. That was like proper statistically significant differences by just asking people to search for things. They pre-populated the results with certain things, and that massively changed the way that they thought about people. It's crazy.
And I remember like one of the sound bites or one of the conclusions they had was that right now, today, Google could manipulate 25% of the world's elections without anyone being aware of it ever. And without them, like, you couldn't trace it because their algorithms change so often, and like the data positions change so often that you couldn't even like prove it in a court of law that they were manipulating people.
It's amazing. And that's just Google as well. Like, that's just taking into account there that you look at Facebook, you're like, oh wow, you can change that.
Yeah,
or even more dangerous is well, maybe not more dangerous, but still massive, is say like things like Reddit, where they've got that algorithm behind there and they're only showing you certain bits and pieces. Like I've definitely found it in myself. Like, you know, you look at all my news from Bernie Sanders pretty much comes from Reddit, and I was like, oh, I think he's pretty cool. But then I'm not hearing anything negative against the dude. So it's like, okay, that's weird.
Yeah, the hive minds.
Yeah, it's the hive mind. It's just training and teaching you that. Yeah, it's just hooking in, and it's like I can feel myself getting manipulated, but it feels so nice. And you just see it.
You can't convince people that.
Yeah, exactly.
Record everything to do. Like, it just seems like the only possible.
Maybe asking people how would they stop it not using encryption. It just comes back down to encryption. It's just, I won't use it. It's like, well, say you still want to use it. What do you do then? I don't know. Yeah,
or they'll just say like, oh, just using encryption. But then there's the issue of like, I mean, all of our future ideas really revolve around the hive mind creating AI or being the precursor to AI.
Yeah.
The only way that can possibly happen is if everyone's recording everything. Like if we move to a future scenario where like where everyone's like encrypted everything, and so literally like nothing can be captured about what the hive's actually doing because it's all encrypted and the machine can't even read it, then it's just like a dead end.
Yeah.
Just like, I mean, cool, I have really safe, secure communications, but nothing will be captured or recorded. So it's like, it's like the end of the written word. Like we'd only be capturing what people choose to release, which will be limited. So.
But yeah, you're not getting all of the amazing insights and all this other stuff that can really help you and really help everyone, like massively so.
Yeah,
it's incredibly selfish. It's what's that book, The Circle? Privacy is theft. You're stealing those experiences from everyone.
I read that. That's cool.
It's an incredible book. It was written kind of like it's meant to be dystopian and stuff, but I kind of agreed with it a lot. So.
Awesome.
Yeah, worth checking out. They've got their three rules. Privacy is theft. What are the other ones? Yeah, so I don't know. It's crazy.
And that's like a thing. We should talk about holoportation.
Yes, the big thing. The big thing. So I'm going to find these three things. It's not there on the Wikipedia page. Oh, well, that sucks. Anyway, the main one was privacy is theft. Oh, yeah, here we go. Secrets are lies, sharing is caring, and privacy is theft. It's pretty cool. Anyway, so...
Do you reckon this thing plays gifts?
Give it a try.
Meow.
That's amazing. Awesome.
I find that I got the holoportation video.
Epic. I don't have camera. It's going dark, then light, and dark.
So I'm sure everyone's seen this.
If not, you should watch it.
Do you want to explain what's happening?
It's a dude talking to a screen. It's no, I'm not sure how do you explain it. It's pretty simple in concept. It's just it's an incredible execution, really. It's, wearing a HoloLens with cameras all around the room to just record someone in another place. So you chuck them on, and then it feels like they're actually there. And shit, just look at them interact. It's awesome.
And like you can obviously tell that I love the animations that they've got. The whole like dissolving thing. I think that kind of adds to it.
And the shimmer it has on them, like when it was showing that person before, just like, that rainbow shimmer. Like you don't need that. It just makes it look really cool.
Because like obviously the tech at the moment, you can see like even through the capture, you can see that they're clearly holograms. They're clearly like pixelated, and the edges aren't perfect, and there's some lag time and stuff like that. But for what they've got now, it's pretty freaking cool.
Oh yeah, exactly. And it just means that it's just going to start getting better and better. Yeah. And again, this is just the beginning. And like, I don't know, the most amazing thing that I think a lot of people thought this is at the very end, where you see him like he's playing with his daughter, but then he goes through and he replays it and he shrinks it down and puts it down on like a desk so you can actually watch the whole interaction. Stepping out, stepping back, like, god damn.
Well, his quote for that, which is what blew my mind as well, was that oh, so what you're doing here is like you're stepping into a memory. Like,
Yes.
whoa.
Oh man.
It reminds me of like it's all the life logging stuff we've talked about, but it also reminds me of that Black Mirror episode where they record everything and you can constantly replay it and stuff like that. But it's this idea of capturing not only video, like not only 2D video, but full on 3D spatial.
Yes.
So if you extrapolate that out even further, imagine just capturing like the 3D spatial interactions of fucking everything you ever do.
Yep.
Every environment, and not just in rooms, but like, on a, like, I love the idea of like LiDAR, like the laser thing on cars, being on people and on cars and capturing 3D spatial environments of the entire planet down to the millimeter range in real time, and then being able to replay that. Because what this means is that we've essentially created time travel, but only one way. So you can time travel at any point to any point in the past, the moment we start recording this.
Yep.
So like, say if this tech was invented in the fucking like in 1904 or something, and everything in human history, every single room, every single interaction was recorded in 3D spatial thing like this right now,
and see it all. Yeah. Watch the progressions, see how everything spread, see how everything happened. And it's not just like, big things in history, like, if it was there for like the signing of the Declaration of Independence or something like that. Yeah. It's just anything, even trivial. You just watch people, oh, cool, what's this thing called Facebook? Oh, that's interesting. And then you see how that spreads around everywhere. You've got proper information about it all, like watching how mobile phones spread, like anything.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
And that becomes your historical record, I guess, of like all of humanity.
The planet has a memory now. You can jump back, perfect one-to-one memory of how things work and operate.
And jump
that type of
in a VR setting, like just full on immersive, or in an AR setting and blend it with the real world, or in like once we start getting into like actual like plugging straight into the the cortex or whatever and recreating that, we could actually literally feel like we're in those. So we could literally feel like we've gone back into the past and we're in this real world and we're playing out some life in our past life.
Man, like, and it's also, it doesn't even just have to be a one-to-one. Like the way that he shrunk it down, that you can do that with like all these scenes around. Like you can say, cool, just show me like, everyone using this thing at the moment, or everyone doing this interaction, and you shrink it all down, and you can just look around like, like a god, really. Like you're just peering around, you're seeing everything, and everyone's interacting and doing their thing, and you can have a whole city modeled that way. Like, god damn.
You could blow yourself up as well. You could be like King Kong.
And exactly. You're looking at
like, so imagine everyone in New York City is wearing their AR glasses, and you've just like there's a blown up version of you just walking across the city. Like,
I didn't think of that. Yeah. Everyone's looking up. Oh, nothing again.
You pay like $100 for the privilege.
Yeah. Oh man, there's a lot of possibilities here. That if this could start happening, like. I don't know, like, so I'm, planning weddings and stuff like that. That's coming up soon. I was just thinking how epic it would be to be setting up these cameras everywhere around the location and just having that whole event recorded, being able to jump back into it at any point, be able to do things.
Yeah.
Like at the moment, I was thinking I'm doing like a VR recording, so there'd be at least one camera that's like your VR capture device, and that'd be cool. But shit, that's not the same as like capturing everyone from every angle. Like, god damn.
Yeah, and down to like the actual pixel level or whatever. What would you? Yeah, because you can use like there's like the Gear 360 that's coming out, that 360-degree camera, and there's like there's the Ricoh Theater and stuff like that are already out. But yeah, they're just video. They're still like 2D wrapped in a 3D thing.
Yeah, let's say I haven't researched it a lot yet, but oh man, stuff like this is cool. And the cameras they're using, right? It's they're not Kinect ones. They're like special ones, aren't they? Or I could imagine you could do it with Kinect cameras.
I didn't read anything about what they did with that. Is it like imagine I wonder if they do need the four corner spatial thing, or I wonder if they can get it down to like a single. Like imagine if they could just like plug it into a light bulb, and now suddenly you've got like a full 3D like.
I love that idea.
Similar to that. Remember that video way back with that guy who put cameras in the ceilings of all these houses and in every room. And
the guy from MIT, yeah.
Yeah, and when his firstborn came home, they recorded like the first 4 or 5 years of his life and could actually trace like when it said the word water, like how that progressed based on the spatial environment they're in.
Yeah.
Yeah, stuff like that. A cool idea I had on this whole thing last Saturday night, sitting around a bonfire, which is pretty fun. After having a few brownies, and pointed across to a mate of mine, Jordan, who was just like sitting across in the seat, and I was like, and I brought up the whole holoportation thing, and then I was talking about like, wow, imagine if the technology for this became so, like, the technology matured so well and it became so perfect that the holographs, the augmented things, were pixel perfect, and the lighting was so accurate that you literally could not, your brain and your eyes literally could not determine whether that person was in that physical space or if they were a virtual, like, they'd been teleported virtually. And like, to the point where like your brain would not know. You'd have to take off the glasses or whatever you're wearing to be able to tell the difference. And like, when you get to that scenario, imagine just what happens then. It means that like you can be in any space at any time, in multiple spaces even. Like, even in that video, I think at one point he says like, or maybe the TED video, there's a HoloLens TED video as well. And he's like, oh, I'm in 3 spaces. I'm here and I'm in this studio, but I'm also on Mars. So like, okay.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, combine that with that was the other story I should have shared. I forget the name of it. Damn it! It only came out this week. You might remember it once I mention it. But it was this new video technology where it changed the person's mouth to be identical to yours. So just say that you started talking, I'm talking right now, and we had a video capture of Vladimir Putin up there, Putin, and as you spoke, like as I'm speaking,
Putin. Oh, you dropped out again. Whoa, you're frozen. Blab, 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 blab. Why?
Right now,
Let's see if I can find that vid. It's done.
yeah, I'm sorry. I have no fucking idea. It's the it does it every certain amount of time. Oh, did you find the video?
Yep.
Hey, nice.
Yeah, this is crazy. Hey.
This kind of blew my mind massively. Like, just Jesus Christ.
It means that you can't trust any video in the future. Like, if you see someone saying something, you can't trust it.
Yeah.
They're using it as some sort of evidence for something.
It still feels a little bit off, but it's, I don't know, just the fact that they've made it that easy that you don't need to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars with professional animators to actually make people say certain things.
Yeah.
It's now can be as easy as using this software and doing what that dude does. Like, fuck. This is so cool. This is, I don't know, this could be a game changer. Especially if you combine it with AR and stuff, because you don't have to be yourself. I mean, when you talk about recording yourself and seeing how you look and things, you can change stuff. I mean, if you're changing yourself like this is where you actually have proper avatars, which is great. Like, you're talking about sitting around a fire and stuff, but you sit around as your digital self. It'd be cool.
And not like the whole, the thing I always hate about the whole like AR, VR avatars, it's always like those typical like game avatars where they're just like, you're a fucking like monstrous dragon that's blue and like with fucking, it's like, Can I just look like Dave or something? Like,
yeah, exactly. Can't I just be like similar, but maybe you take out some of the blemishes, or like, I don't have as many freckles, or I've even lost more hair. It would be much nicer if that was
just like I could be a hot blonde.
Yeah, exactly.
Like normal, like it's
or even going there to like, you could just be a brick. Like, I mean, you could just be an amorphous cloud or something. It doesn't. You don't need to be this actual thing. Like, it's really cool. You could be the fire. Everyone's sitting around there as fires. Fuck you up. God damn, which fire is real, guys? But yeah, this video I thought was just absolutely brilliant. It'd be incredibly fun to like roleplay, right? That say I'm Putin and you're Bush, and hell, let's have a discussion about Chechnya.
Yeah, that's I imagine sex roleplays are going to get weird as well.
Oh yeah, yeah, they're gonna get very bizarre.
I'm trying to
Oh
find.
man, the bronies, fucking bronies. It's gonna be dark.
We should buy that domain, Brony AR, Brony VR. I'm trying to find this. There's another VR video from a while back. Triggered a memory. It was the Jack and the Beanstalk demo.
Okay.
There it is.
I don't remember that.
This one, when I saw this, I was like, "Holy fuck!" Like kids are gonna grow up, just literally like. Oops! I almost kicked you. I did.
Why?
That was some bad UI. I was like, I accidentally clicked the close button, and then it said kick ? And then there was an X button next to it. So I clicked the X button to like reverse that, and it kicked you.
Get rid of it.
Bad UI. So yeah, I saw this and I was like, holy shit, kids are going to grow up just like believing magic is real and just thinking that they could just control everything, or they'll just be in a perpetual state of like just tripping the fuck out. So yeah, this is a demo. Look, it's just like in a normal room.
Hey, he's got the same pillow as me in the back. I've got the love heart one. He's got the kissing face one.
And you're like, oh,
whoa, cool.
Where do I skip to? Oh, it's play.
That is awesome.
So it's like Jack and the Magic Beanstalk. So you got some beans.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if this is like a real room and it's AR, or if it's like, I have a feeling it's AR, or if it's full on VR.
This is so cool. I swear, the people who are going to do the best in the new world are artists. People who can actually like design really cool things, build worlds, build experiences. Fuck. Now that's a future-proof job.
Maybe. Like, I guess the ultimate thing is going to be when the machines can design these worlds themselves.
Sure, I think there'll be bits and pieces, but I still think that there'll be, I don't know, I think that human element will still be a strong part. I think that's going to be very difficult for your machines to emulate. I think that'll be one of the final things machines will emulate.
Because you kind of want to be, like, the thing I hate about VR and AR at the moment is, like, it must take someone, like, weeks to make something like this.
Yeah.
Or at least days.
At least, yeah.
And then the problem is they make it, and it's like, it's a static thing. Like, it doesn't change, it doesn't react. So everyone has to then download this thing and watch it and experience the exact same thing. It's not personalized, it's not...
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't happen in real time. It's like, it's a fixed asset that people download.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it should be all changeable. Like, that's what a machine could do really, really well. Oh, man, it picks you up.
Yeah.
God damn, this is cool. Kids are going to freak out.
Yeah, little kids, like, screaming.
Now I eat you. You've been a bad child. Far out. I still want to try a HoloLens.
Yeah, they seem to, like, they've really creeped up with all these videos. It seems like AR might actually, like, just get the jump on VR. Like, that could be interesting.
That'd be great. That'd be really great. If it doesn't make you as sick, that'd be nice. Man, cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, super epic.
Put you back. Magic.
It is. It's real life magic. Man, seeing kids use that would be just so cool.
We missed out on
wonder. Yeah. But yeah, we got to grow up with like new computer games and stuff, like playing Doom or Unreal for the first time. That was kind of fucking crazy.
That sounds pathetic.
Yeah, it's different, but nah, that was amazing. I remember going outside of the ship in Unreal and seeing the waterfall. It's like, oh, whoa, a waterfall. It's great. Not the same as a giant picking me up, but yeah.
Kids will look back and be like, oh man, the AR back then was shit. Like,
yeah. 2D AR, what the hell is this about?
Why wasn't it just like plugging straight into my brain cells?
Yeah, it's epic. Oh man. Oh, yeah, I might actually call it here.
Sounds good. How long was that going for?
Around an hour and a quarter.
Hour 15.
Easy.
Awesome.
Cool. Oh, I'll catch you later, man.
This has been Hard 45.
See you next time.
Next week, guys. Same time, same place.
See ya.
See you guys.